Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to be having a lot of fun. Some fun, possibly, hopefully, trying to play with Black Desert Online. Specifically, the most important part of the story, which is the Land of the Morning Light as the Dosa. Now, Dosa is the latest released class. Land of the Morning Light is almost the latest released territory besides Ulukita, but we don't talk about Ulukita for a simple fact that it has no story.
Ulukita in theory had to come out like 4 years ago.
Yeah. So now we're focusing on Land of the Morning Light. Why? Because in Korea, Land of the Morning Light Seoul, also known as Land of the Morning Light Part 2 for everyone else who does not know what a Seoul is. Well, we're not in Korea, so we don't have a social Korean security number. So unfortunately we can't play that, but hey, we can enjoy Land of the Morning Light until they decide to release it in our region, which should come, they said, sometimes during fall, which means well, a few months. Let's keep waiting.
Let's be realistic and let's hope for within the end of the year.
In the meantime, let's enjoy the next story, which is the tale of the Songakshi. Songakshi. Very nice. Now I'm starting to read Korean. Very nice, very nice. My dearest love. Oh wait, sorry. Let me try to be dramatic. My dearest, my love. Where are you, my love? A woman who always appeared in front of a man walking alone on the road. If he looks into her eyes, captivated by her delicate dress and mournful weeping, he will be cursed with Gakshi Fever and will never be able to get married.
Which is the worst part, not the fever.
In Western culture, it's also known as yellow fever. Anyway, fun fact, the first time I got traumatized by internet horror stories was when I, as a silly child, was reading the Bong Kong Chong, something like that, ghost story, which is a Korean manhwa with a story on a website, and when you scroll down, it turns around and jumps at you. And I only screamed so hard that the neighbors came knocking, thinking there was something wrong with me. So I can see that getting the Gakshi Fever is not... The Gakshi Fever is not something that everyone wants.
I bet it was a very manly scream.
Oh yeah, I was ready to fight that ghost. Either way, this is the horror story of Black Death. It's so bad that they had to put warnings everywhere. Children in Korea cry and shut off their computers and decide to become successful and productive member of society because the tale of Songakshi, like, oh my god, it's so sad that I don't know. I'm hoping that it will not ever come true. For everyone who's starting to see beautiful women while walking by themselves through a forest, just run. Don't ask questions, just run. Yeah, don't look them in the eyes. Alright, let's see what Nammook has to say.
I wish my brother could play with me again. Kicking Jeggy alone is no fun.
Yeah, okay, bro.
People just talk about scary stuff these days. Tiger attacks, ghosts, my brother's totally lost his mind. What a cruel and merciless world.
Huh. They say children usually parrot the words of adults. You think he knows what the word merciless means?
Here, considering it is a medieval society, yes, a child would know what the word merciless means, because most likely he already saw his parts of the family dying to whatever.
Hey! Why are you staring at me like that? You made me miss my kick.
Don't blame others for your slip-up.
Yeah, the Traveler is right. Don't blame us. Blame your poor coordination.
The Traveler looked right at me and I panicked. How can a frightened child kick a Jeggy? You broke my combo streak. Now I have to start over. Pay up. The fee is, half a sack of rice.
He's working the situation.
No way.
What a hustler.
What the? How could you possibly twist that around? You think charging us a fee for your mistake makes any sense? Just say you're hungry. Making such a fuss doesn't make us any more generous.
I need it! Give it! Please! My brother is sick and all my siblings are starving!
Look at this brat. Thinks he's got the acting chops to swindle for a living.
Let's say that having the child saying those things while he's kicking the Jaga is like, I don't know, the atmosphere is not quite there.
In fact, here's some. It shows that they try to do a better job with animations, but guys, you can't show us the animation of a child kicking happily like a Jengi, whatever it
Jeggy.
is, and then begging for ice because his family is starving to death, while still kicking the Jeng. Like, make him stop. You have the model, you can just manipulate it.
Curse me and mock me all you want. I didn't want to resort to begging.
And of course we hand over the.
I mean, we are rich,
Do
so
you
who
mean
cares?
it? I'm not going to be sold off somewhere for taking this, right?
You're not worth a coin. Quiet down and tell us what happened.
My brother, he's gone mad. He's not under some fox's spell. He's just gone completely mad.
Stop kicking the thingy though.
Always,
He used to
always
be the
blaming it on
coolest
the
guy.
Gmihos.
Now he's just a blubbering fool.
Siblings your age usually squabble day in and day out. He must have been a really great guy.
Of course. I was never bored with him around. Even just hanging around the village and getting jeggy with it. But, do you know what a crossbeam is?
Yes.
Of course, everyone knows that. It's the most important part of any building.
That's right. But actually, my brother said the cornerstone is
Okay,
the
I
most
got it, what
important,
it is.
And then he gave me a riddle to solve. The last place in the village to wait with bated breath and greet the morning sun.
Do you remember when we were talking about I muri portanti?
Ah. Okay.
So they actually say that.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Go ahead. Try and find the place in my riddle. Come on, don't be lazy. Play with me.
So we are hunted by authorities trying to save this place from a potential plague and trying to fill an orb with mystical powers. And now we're playing with a child.
Back when the quest was released, the scribbles were not signaled on the map. Luckily now they are.
Thankfully, Jesus. There's
Jesus, when's
something.
the magic?
There's something scribbled on the pillar. Looks like a frog. Inspect the drawing. Hey! That's right. I am a genius. Return to Namok. The fact that you're like jumping like that.
Did you find it? You did, didn't you?
The drawing of a frog, is that yours?
Yes. Don't tell the landlord. It's our secret. When I solved the riddle, my brother left a nifty message. The crossbeam may seem cooler, but it'll come toppling down if the cornerstone doesn't support it. So whatever difficulties may come, withstand them as a cornerstone. Really cool, right? That's my brother.
Yeah, I bet he used to get all the girls. How long has he been sick?
Well, he's been sick since he went to look for our dog, Nurani, at the Stone Island. He's been in bed all day and he keeps murmuring, "Wifey, wifey." Did he get married without even telling me? He passed out right after, so I couldn't even ask. The elders just laughed and said he's lovesick for his betrothed. Oh, wait. The wandering merchant said,
The others laughed the fact that your brother died?
No, he's sick.
But he died.
No, he's bedridden.
Ah.
"Whew. The country in chaos. People bewitched left and right. What do we do now? He's not gonna die like that, right?"
Right, right.
Stop crying. Remain strong and resolute, like a cornerstone. So you heard that from a wandering merchant?
Yeah. His name was Duckgoo, I believe. He seemed to know a bit of everything.
Yeah, he
Like a
does.
trustworthy cornerstone supporting a crossbeam. I'll be counting on you to save my brother.
Okay. Now we're gonna go check what this merchant is telling children around the world.
Oh my. With the land panic-stricken, my purse and business are poverty-stricken.
I heard that you said many people are being bewitched.
Hold on now. That tale's worth at least a coin or two. You don't ask a merchant to sell a story for free.
Fair.
But
Come on. I've got some stories to tell and time to kill. But my lips are sealed until my pocket's filled. Got it?
Once a merchant, always a merchant, even at times like these. Should I just buy one of these little trinkets then?
Well now, you have a good eye for an item with a story. But it seems you're in greater need of some decent clothing. Oh, so
ooh,
suave. One might mistake you for a high-ranking official. Dressed like this, eligible bachelorettes would flock to you like flies.
Huh? What on earth are you... I'll have you know I'm happily married. Anyway, I'll just take these clothes.
It wasn't empty flattery. I really meant it. And my judgment is never wrong.
let's get to the point.
Right. It's been a while since I've heard such flattery. Back to my senses. Now that your pockets are well lined, tell us.
Ah, yes. The sentiment agreed upon by all in Dongha. What is the most terrifying of all vengeful ghosts? That would be none other than the Songakshi. They say if a woman bears a grudge, even June will see snow, don't they? Any man who encounters a Songakshi contracts Gakshi Fever.
Gakshi Fever? What kind of disease is that?
It's a name that I just made up. Some degree of wit is a requirement of this profession.
Hey, it's not funny at all. And this is hardly the right time for a joke. Because of a Songakshi, all the village families will starve to death.
I'm sorry about that. I've heard a little about the Songakshi, but I also have a family to feed back in my hometown. I don't want to get involved any more than I am now. My motto is quantity over quality, but I could make an exception, since I've heard the meat in these parts is quite delectable.
Time to decimate the population of pigs again.
Yes, the butcher are in the middle of the sun with pork. Easiest way to get diarrhea.
At least.
Alright, come look at our black pork. You won't find a better bargain, maybe even a discount for foreigners. I'll take some. Ah, I see you appreciate my fair pricing, thank you. You can see the black goo around
the
them.
smoke, whatever, we are not the ones eating it anyway.
Remember folks, if you don't have a fridge, for those that don't buy pork, buy chicken and cook it well, and everything you buy that you don't have a fridge for, cook it well, unless you want to donate your intestines to the gods. Alright.
My motto is quantity over quality, but I could make an exception.
About the meat.
Well, you brought so much I can hardly move a step. All right, as a man of my word, I'll match you pound for pound. If you're skilled enough to gather that much meat in such a short time, we might stand a chance at solving this Songakshi problem after all.
Do you know how to exercise Songakshi?
It's quite simple. We just gotta get her hitched. Her resentment comes from dying before getting married.
Marry a ghost? Who in their right mind would do such a crazy thing?
Just until we find a way to help her pass on in peace. If we can keep her placated, there won't be any more victims.
Huh? Me? No freaking way! I already have a wife waiting me back in Seoul.
And
You know what they
he's
say?
actually not lying.
Best to blow on cool soup. You've done it once. The second time will come that much more easily.
Are we really doing this? Seriously? Can't we think about it a little more? I don't even have a ring.
Go get her, tiger.
It's been hard without any customers lately. For my sake, do your best.
This is madness. Okay, I hear you loud and clear. I clearly have no power here. Can't do anything to convince you this is a bad idea. But we should be prepared. With presents and stuff. You never know what could happen.
Yeah, of course.
Wow, as expected. Listen to this guy. You can tell he's been through the marriage ringer before.
Obtain beautiful blue mist flower vase. Do you know the floral language of blue flowers? They symbolize eternal love.
Wow, as expected.
Okay, let's talk to
A
Dosa.
woman's heart is a fickle beast. Embrace it, tame it, or suffer a cruel death at its hands.
Hand over the blue mist flower vase.
A woman's heart is a
We
fickle...
need the other thing. We need to talk with Sorong.
It's not about
Can you pass me a
moving the
tissue?
brush quickly.
Thank you.
Swish, swish. I may appear like an ordinary painter turd, but I am Sorong, accomplished painter.
Not flimsy
of
at
the
all. I
Dragon
put my heart and
Palace.
soul into it. Okay.
I may appear like
Because it's called flimsy.
Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum scroll.
A woman's heart is a fickle beast. Embrace it. Phew, you made it. Okay, I'm ready. Time to be a cornerstone. Namuk said his brother went to Stone Island. Why, there of all places. That's where old Lady Biddy Gongduk keeps all sorts of ghosts. Please, go ahead. Lead the way. No need to trouble the ghosts by announcing our arrival. I'll write a letter to my wife in the capital. It's best for a couple not to hide things from one another, you know. And there's no fooling women. Best to meet the bull head on. I've got a long letter to write. See ya.
I really do agree with Dolce.
Yeah. You don't have to hide. Just bullshit, man. Adequate place. Despite the start bridge, the bridge always sways and creaks. Repair the bridge. The bridge is now sturdy for those who had to cross safely. Whatever that means. A tall stone pagoda. Right to the stone pagoda. Seems like Dulce will finish his letter and be here any minute now. Okay. Leaving a mark here will help Dulce find his way. Okay, cut the tree down. This rootless have crept on the road and could be tripped unsuspecting folk. Take care of the rootlets. Pray that Dulce arrives home back safely. What is this quest?
Promise you won't give up on me no matter what happens. If I die and become a ghost, I'll chase you all the way across the sea.
Thank you, Dulce. It's good to know that we've been followed.
And I heard something at the marketplace. The Songakshi's memory just comes and goes like she's concussed.
The art of Wait, okay. The art of deception.
I guess
Have
that's
to
why
wait for
she's
the
wandering
horse
around
to...
wondering if this guy or that guy could be your husband. If the Songakshi looks at me and says, "Not you," then we'll just have to throw in the towel. At least we can say we tried.
No, you are too pretty, Dolce.
By the way, where did the Songakshi go? I'm getting goosebumps. I'm sure she's past this road. Oh, merciful gods of heaven and earth, I beg of you. Please, oh please, let the Songakshi clearly see I'm not the man for her. My wife wouldn't like it.
We guarantee for you with your wife, don't worry, Dolce.
Songakshi! Please don't eat me! Ah, it tastes horrible!
Oh, my love! Your face! What happened?
What do we do from here? The Songakshi mistook Dosa for her groom. Now no more people will suffer from her, right? Then problem solved, haha. That's true. Dosa is trembling in fear while Songakshi looks elated. Eavesdrop on their conversation.
My love, why have you come so late? Why don't you come a little closer?
Whoa, you surprised me. But it is getting late, and our liquor's gonna get cold. Go ahead and eat up. It is our honeymoon after all.
Strange. I'm not hungry at all. Is it because of the butterflies fluttering in my stomach?
Literally.
Hey now, don't pull that on me. I don't know you've been floating around other men. What's that about?
You got this, Dosa. Go get her, tiger.
That's... I couldn't recall your face. I just wanted to find you. Quickly. You're all that I think about. My feelings are deep and true. And only for you. I went through so much to find you. But now, here we are. Let's never be apart again, my handsome love.
You just called me ugly a moment ago. Look, this isn't... Hey there, come here.
What the hell, I just... Yeah.
Let me introduce this guy. A servant I hired so you wouldn't get even a drop of water on your hands.
No, my love. I appreciate the gesture, but I can't accept this. The food you eat, the clothes you wear. I want to make all of it with my own hands. Till death do us part. So stop being shy and let me see your face. Till death do us part.
Yeah, this part is bugged.
Oh, no. Listen, because of you, people are collapsing left and right. We shouldn't be the only ones happy, right? We must correct our mistakes for the sake of our karma.
As expected of my love, you have a kind heart. Then let's go and get medicine for them.
Oh, no, we can't go down to the village. You're, sick. Yeah, real sick. I'll take care of it. You wait here.
No, my dear. Leave it to the servant here. We've only just reunited, my love. After searching for so long. Why are you trying to part with me again? You're so callous.
All right. Hey, you. Go get the medicine from old Lady Petey Gonduk. You do understand what I mean, right?
No, I don't.
The exorcism.
I know.
I know, but I was explaining for those who don't know. Okay.
The exorcism. Man is going getting the ghost waifu and... I mean, come on, they could have put her a little bit further away. Like, the old lady here can fucking sniff the gold.
You're looking for my old lady? She's gone to be at county. What's the matter?
Songakshi and Dosa.
That Dosa has got a lot of grit.
Yeah, my man's gonna
Pretending
bang
to
some
be
of
the
that
groom
goosey, you know what
of
I'm
a
saying?
Songakshi? Risking his life
Some
like
goosey.
that? The cavalier ignorance of youth. That Songakshi, she's so consumed with finding her former fiance, she hasn't yet realized she's died and become a ghost.
She was ever married?
That's why she's a Songakshi. Must have taken a blow to the head when she died. Now she thinks she's married and she's looking for her groom. How do I know? My old lady's a mudang, you know, and I saw that wraith weeping so bitterly in front of a dongson tree. When my old lady finally managed to inform her that she was dead, she just passed out. My old lady laid her down on the stone island, but somehow the containment charm fell off, so she's just wandering around.
The reason why he's reintroducing himself and his lady is because since there's no order, the Songakshi might be your first tale. So, and it also makes sense because at the end, like, they kind of lost their memory.
Yeah, but yeah, because there's no order
Want to hear
essentially.
more? Yeah, you're invested now. I see it. In that case, help me out, will you? My old lady told me to finish cleaning before she comes back from Biak County, but there's too much to clean. She also told me to fill up the jangdoks. Sometimes she asks too much of an old man like me. The pain in my back is warning me of the frailty of my years. So could you help me, young man?
Okay, wild herbs.
Gather wild herbs.
And let's chop the wood.
Chop wood.
Now let's go put the wild grass in the jandok.
Put firewood. Nice. What up, partner? About that weird old man, surely if you go back to him, he'll just ask us to do something else again. So how about we get ahead of him by taking care of some errands before he even asks us? Haha. Let's pull some windows around here and cut down some trees. Haha. Fucking hate you, Black Spirit, but okay.
The jandok. The rice.
Scoop water from the jug. Scoop the rice.
Okay, and now we have
Now
to
do
craft it
cooking.
with processing. With the rice and the water, and we cook
Depression. Yay.
rice.
Place food on the altar for the thanks on God. And now we talk with Tony.
All finished. Thank you, thank you. I made this myself. So try some. Here. Huh. How did she write it? Wait a minute. All right then. Let me prepare some charms for you to go put on the stone island. Done. This charm should soothe the Songakshi's stubbornness.
Of course.
Run away when you get the chance. Far, far away.
Far away, far away. Can you come or okay?
Yeah, it's just that if the horse is on a different...
I know, that's why I was asking. Okay, one here.
Okay, for the charm.
And one here. And then one here. And last one there.
Oh my god, because you moved I couldn't get on. Okay.
And last one, we put it here. And then we
go back
need...
to Dosa.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, did you get the Oh, right, she's not here. Traveler, why are you so late? I thought you abandoned me. You got charms from the old man? Oh, so that's why she suddenly went to sleep. But this is also a temporary measure, right? Someday she'll reawaken and come looking for me. What should we do? Old Lady Pitigongduk is in Butte County, right? I think this is our chance. Go and find the old lady first. I'll leave a letter for the Songakshi on the off chance she wakes up. Why? What do you mean, why? She's gonna cause a scene if she opens her eyes and sees I'm not there.
Oh.
You're kind of a greenhorn at this, aren't you, Traveler? How can you know nothing of a woman's heart?
Oof.
Also called us maidenless.
Yeah. Okay, so now we put the Songakshi to sleep to give us some time to find the extra information on the Songakshi.
And ask to the proper Mudang how to solve the issue. No offense for Sir Mr. Birgondok, but he's not the Mudang. The lady is.
Yeah. But it's okay already, the fact that we have the possibility of seeing what's up. Alright.
The old lady is doing laundry with the village women. But why are you looking for her? Have you encountered a ghost?
Precisely.
Do you know anything about Songakshi?
Gakshi. I heard the old lady locked her up on the stone island. Did the ghost break the seal? There should be some kind of ruckus if so.
From what you're saying, it seems like you're familiar with this ghost. You should know, between you and me, I'm posing as her husband.
You? If you want to live long, you should put a stop to this foolishness.
Everyone's telling him the same thing. I actually think Dosa is her husband.
If she finds out that you're an imposter, there's nothing you could do to withstand her wrath. Want to stay alive? Keep her in good spirits with plenty of pretty gifts. Our village's old lady Bokdak knows her taste very well.
Do you and the Songakshi know each other?
Of course. I knew her before she died. Her name was Maywar. She was the daughter of a wandering merchant who often visited old Lady Bokdak. He often bought her trade goods in bulk and sold them to the citizens of Dalbo. What a good daughter she was, always hanging around her father. Wherever he went, she was right on his heels. It would be better to hear it directly from old Lady Bokdak, but she went to do the laundry as well.
Everyone went to do the laundry.
Can you help me with some village business while you wait?
I was in the clutches of the Songakshi for the entire day, so time to limber up. What should I do first? Ah, Chief, when the old lady comes back, please have her prepare some presents for the Songakshi.
Of course we don't want to marry you off to a ghost now, do we?
In the village, remember folks, will always work with the idea, the village first and the others later. It's something that you'd know if you watched the Seventh Samurai, the original, but if not, well, I guess you're gonna be stuck picking rice and things for the...
Okay, the dog.
Pet the dog. Okay, pet the dog. Quest objective done.
And rice.
Pick rice. Prepare scarecrow.
And
My
then
god,
we have to
they really
investigate.
didn't have any fucking clue what to do with this quest, did they?
I mean, those are chores typical from a village, so it makes sense,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
of course. Look and check out if anyone's causing trouble.
And also, it's kinda to flex how beautiful the Rose Bay field in Bowie County is.
It is beautiful. It's just very sad that they don't make us fight like a monster or someone 1v1 samurai style through this, you know. That would have been cool, but I guess instead we're picking rice and petting dogs. That's nice as well.
I heard from the chief. This is what the Songakshi, I mean Maywar, loved most in her life. All of the men of Dalbo village would line the wall of the Honorable Choi house whenever she came to town.
Why? She even had someone she used to wed. Was she that beautiful? And what's with the wall of the Honorable Che House?
You know, that's the most magnificent house in all of Double. Maywolf and her father usually went there to sell things. But every time she went, men flocked to her, and the jealousy of that household's third daughter was immense. If you happen across a hungry child during your stay in Donghae, send them to this old granny. I'll make sure to... Oh my goodness, my child.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, I meant no disrespect. You simply remind me of mine.
This old granny like has dementia because she just randomly starts talking about children and feeding instead of telling us the story, which is weird.
Then how did she become a Songakshi? What happened to her?
I asked her before I bound her on the stone island, but she had no recollection, like she was hit on the head when she died. Anyway, I appreciate your sacrifice, Dosa. I'll think of a way to free you of her.
Huh. Oh my. We already took care of her. Old man Biddy-Gongduk gave us some charms.
What? My old man? Charms? Hurry up and run to the stone island.
The lady knows his husband.
Yeah. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Do you think we fight her here?
That's totally me and you, by the way.
Yeah. Caution, this video contains high levels of horror. I'm gonna get scared.
Are you the one who took my
husband away?
1% enchantment rate. Boo!
The true horror was the difficulty of killing the Songakshi when was the release.
Yeah. Oh my god, the Dosa just destroyed her, but of course.
Yeah, luckily they nerfed her.
To me.
She not happy.
How dare you try to trick me with that ugly face!
Songakshi, stop this! Step away from him right now!
What a chad, Lady Biddy-Gongduk.
Old lady. Yes, I remember. You are the one who trapped me here on this cold stone island. But it won't happen again! Fake husband. Hideous fake husband! How could you? Did I steal your heart as well? I will find my lost love no matter what! There is nothing you can do but wait and see. Think of this as punishment for deceiving me. That is the reason why I let you all live!
She really hit hard her head, what can I say?
Yeah.
Is everyone alright? The Songakshi has completely awakened.
Oh no, she completely awakened, guys.
How did the Songakshi find out?
A charm was used to seal her up when I first met her. Her resentment must have been so deep-rooted that it broke the charm. We may not be able to seal her again in the same way, but from all the charms I see here, a charm was used to seal her up when I first met her. Her resentment much she may have lost her memory, but she likely sensed you weren't her true love.
Then what
No
do we
way.
do? Cries will fill the streets of Donghae, and soon there won't be anybody.
That poor girl. No memory, wandering aimlessly, all alone. I really want to find a way for her to rest in peace. We can either help her regain her memory and take her to her true love to wash away her sorrows, or find her corpse and dress her in the clothes of the man she feared inside out. Then put her in a Bramblewood casket and send it all up in flames.
Either way, that means we must find out what happened to her.
Yes, you should head to Nampo to find out what happened to that poor girl. I know that Sungyum often had interactions with her.
Did you say Maywol? Oh my. She also turned into a Songakshi?
Did you know Miss Mayor?
What do you mean she also turn into a Songakshi. You act like there's more than one.
Of course there are. Where I come from, there are many stories told of the vengeful ghosts of young women who faced wrongful deaths. Why? Were you one of the many men who fell in love with Mayward? What a lucky girl. Men chasing her to her very grave.
Utter nonsense. I have a wife waiting back in the capital. Shush! People might misunderstand.
Nothing to be ashamed of. There's plenty of men who have plenty of mistresses here, while their wives await them in the capital.
Bro, what is this man you're talking about?
Huh? I'm just telling it like it is. No need to be so serious. You must be here to ask me something. I may just be a jeweler here in Nampo now, but I used to be one of the top gisangs for the Donghae office. My exceptional beauty, dancing, singing, and poetry convinced his lordship to get me a spot to sell jewels here.
Man, she played with
An
you.
entertainment lady.
She played with his jewels, alright?
You can't just expect me to provide my services for nothing. Listen to my words carefully, then find and bring me a token. I am the Fox of Mudor with a crimson coat. In the village, many friends can be found, but I am a loner, hiding my tail. You who changed me, when again shall we meet? Today, too, I gaze across the sea, watching the sun fall beyond reach. In the wind that brushes past my fur, I imagine his breath as if he were near.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Dad, this is no time for riddles.
I guess that the reader works better in
Here's a
Korean.
hint. The poet thought that the Mayhua tree was as wickedly beautiful as a fox.
Please repeat the verse.
I am alone today. All right. Here.
Yeah, we have to go to the Moodle village Mewatri. Probably this is a reference to a poet who actually wrote this poem or something similar.
We're going to see. Where are we running to? What will we get? Could it be
I
a
love
Mewa
this place,
tree?
by the way.
A fragrant Mewa tree overlooking a beautiful view. Found the Mewa tree. Found a token that seems to be hidden by Sungyong.
By the way, the way the Dosa slides and the noise he makes is clearly the Corsair.
Yeah, right?
Like they use the
They
same
should-
sounds.
They should really just release the male Corsair already.
I wasn't expecting you to actually bring me the token. How nice of you to do what I asked.
I knew you could find the token, traveler. Well done. Now, it's finally time for you to spin the yarn of Mewo.
Well, actually, I think that if they give him a gun, how, like, considering what some may say, he might be the male version of the Corsair.
Again, I really hope they're gonna do it.
No, not even close. You wish. It's ridiculous you thought this would appease me. Vendors sell, not give.
Fair.
Thinking of Maywar makes me want to craft a new crystal to sell. Her truly touching story, I'm sure, will help me make millions. I'm
What a
looking for a
businesswoman.
rough crystal. I trust you, traveler, to bring it back to me. You, the one chosen by the Songakshi, stay here with me. Not one line of your face reads farmhand.
And again, something very suspicious, because at this point, several people, even the Gumiho, are saying that Dulce doesn't seem who he says he is.
I'll let you know as I found something valuable from across the ocean.
Didn't expect you this fast. You should have taken your time. Things were just about to get more interesting.
Huh? She's speaking nonsense. Nothing happened, really.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell us
No.
what happened to Mewo. Somewhere beyond Dokebi Forest, men are dying while we sit here talking.
Be a little more patient, will you? All right, I'll tell you. But I won't repeat myself, so listen carefully. The mehua tree, deeply rooted beneath the cliff, blooms with vibrant beauty at a faint scent carried by the waves. The milky crescent perched on the cliff's edge retreats, longing for the faint scent the waves carried away. There's a saying in the place where I used to work. Love as gentle as the calm sea waves is far more dangerous than a love that burns red hot.
Yep.
Maywar, the daughter of a wandering merchant, would steal the hearts of the men in every town they passed through. With her beauty, kind heart, and innocence, she was flawless in every way. Out of many men, one was especially determined to win her heart. That man was none other than the young Gam of the East.
Got the eye of his lordship?
Who is not the first time he mentioned, like
ink
he's
setting
mentioned.
thickly onto paper, his heart fell deeper and deeper in love with Maywar. He cast aside his job and even myself, a woman of exceptional beauty, in an attempt to win Maywar's heart. However, she already had a man to whom she was soon to wed. All his lordship could do was watch from a distance. They say love turns one back into a child. Here, take a look at this.
What am I looking at?
That's not love, that's being possessive.
A letter to Mewo's betrothed, I see.
His lordship had us try to seduce him, and we really tried our best, but to no avail.
That's so petty and immature of him to ask for such a thing. May I keep this letter? For academic purposes, of course.
Go ahead. Then, one day, Maywar's love came to the government office.
Did he come out of his own will?
It was under the orders of his lordship. He appointed him as the chief of investigation.
Huh? All of a sudden? What exactly did he investigate?
That was when the tiger attacks had just begun. He gave him orders to carry out an investigation up Bombawi Valley. Not sure how his lordship found out he used to be a tiger slayer. He couldn't even bid farewell to Maywar before leaving. All Maywar had of him was a trinket and his words, promising his return. All Maywar had of him was a trinket and his words.
Then is he in the Bombawi village right now? Valley.
No, a tiger killed him. After hearing the news, Maywar cried endlessly. His lordship asked her to be his mistress, but Maywar refused and fled from him in the middle of the night.
Was she able to get away? Was she? Oh no. Was she caught? Don't tell me. That's how she died and turned into a Songakshi?
Yep.
From afar, I thought she was just a wicked nine-tailed fox. But seeing her up close, I almost fell in love with her myself. Dazzled by her enchanting beauty, I was determined to help her. I didn't earn the admiration of men with my good looks alone. I didn't even ask her where she was headed. I knew her journey would end at Bombawi Valley, but if I were her, I would have gone to Dokebi Forest to escape the reach of his lordship, no matter how perilous. If you're brave enough, you should pay a visit to Tumkebi. If she died there, Tumkebi will surely know. When she regains consciousness, please let her know that she still owes me some money. Don't forget to tell her.
What a businesswoman.
Person died, no problem. They still owe money though.
I guess because the Dokebi is protecting humans.
Long last the light of Komisil.
Good job, guys. Good job, the Kama Sylvia faction.
It's like third time in a row they win.
Really?
Yeah.
always a problem to drive in the Shimde forest.
The bamboo forest, yeah. Shimde forest is a piece of shit. And you will see why in if I'll ever do the Calamity 7 on the Corsair. It's possible I can do it, but it's just really annoying.
I will always respect your choices, my love.
Yeah, but I can do it. I don't do it very often because I already have the dang gloves, so
Good boy.
there's not much to incite me to do the. Even the Boreka thing is I can just like AFK fish and buy belts.
Oh my god, these rocks.
Yeah, right. Kebi! Wait. There's something here. Kebi chest. That won't open.
Mr. Hims, you mustn't be here. It's too dangerous. Shoot, get out of here.
If it were truly dangerous, you'd probably be hiding under a tomb. So enough of that. Does the name Mewol ring a bell?
There's no Mr. Kim in Sumol who goes by that name. Ah, but I know a Songakshi Mewol.
Yes, her. Oh, did she die here?
Yes, from my faint memory, it was the day Sumol fell into ruin, when Duoxini's rage was boiling over. We warned her many times not to go there, but she ignored our warnings, went, and was struck dead by lightning.
Ah, that's how she got a head injury and lost all her
Got struck by goddamn lightning.
Did you make a tomb for her?
Why do you ask? Were you planning to offer her a meal? Where was it? Give some tombs a good weeding. Then I'll tell you.
We got promoted to gardener of the cemetery.
Yay! That's why you should take Land of the Morning Light as a separate quest and not whatever the main story is. 'Cause here you just pull weeds, collect rice.
Very zen activities.
Why do you ask?
Here are the weeds.
Yes, this is it.
Yeah, he's gonna roll them up, eh?
That's where these weeds were growing.
We're looking for Mewol's corpse.
Smoking
Can you help us
tumbleweed.
find it?
Ugh, what do you want her corpse for?
Wink, wink, nudge,
Sure
nudge.
the heavens will punish you for this one day.
We can explain ourselves to the skies then. They'll understand. Please use the Gebi scale to calculate the price.
Impressive that you know about the Kebi scale. You're not just an ordinary Mr. Kim.
Someone
Remember.
has a lot of cultures. Very suspect for a farm man.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a farmer, which means he's supposed to be ignorant as they come.
And your total is this for the corpse. You think you can afford it? Absolutely no discounts. But we will give you the Kebi scroll to make it easier for you to carry. You can't fool me even if you try. Hey you, Mr. Kim, help me put her body in the scroll.
And this is how we managed to move the scroll. To move the body.
You can't.
The soldier Kebi.
Corsair is better. Even if he controls like a Corsair, he's not a true Corsair. Oh crap. Oh, I'm sneaking somehow. I don't know how. It's just sneaking at the end of the fight.
What lies
Left
beyond
him now the spell inscription for the scroll.
Let's see if Mr. Kim did the job right. Oh, very accurate. I put Maywell's corpse inside the scroll and gave it to Dosa. Keep in mind that once you open it, you can't use it again.
I got her clothes and trinket. Let's hurry and head back to the old lady. Hope we didn't keep her waiting too long.
Farewell. When you see the Songakshi again, please let her know I built her a tomb. I couldn't tell her because she didn't even know she was dead.
Good point.
I'll be going now. Oh.
The Songakshi has been causing endless difficulties for Dalbol and Nopse. Both men and women who've seen her now hover between life and death. Thankfully, the Dongsan god protects them from death. But if karma strikes and they turn into evil spirits, that's it for them. What new information have you uncovered?
We found the Songakshi's corpse with the help of Tumkebi. And we also found out where her betrothed is.
This is a chance for us to help her tormented soul let go of her grief and resentment. But if meeting him doesn't do that, there's no way for us to turn her back.
And as often, not always, because not all of them have a choice, but this one has. So, Sweetsy, what are the choices we have?
There are two paths. First of all, weaving a Bramblewood casket. Eradicate the resentment of the Songakshi before it turns her into an evil spirit. Her story is heart-wrenching, but her resentment has made her no different than from an evil spirit. We need to deal with her quickly, old lady Birigongdok. Or, in search of the lost fiance. Find the Songakshi's fiance to soothe her sorrow. She's a poor woman who has shed tears of blood until she could shed no more. We need to find her fiancé and relieve her of her resentment. Dolce. Now, I did the In Search of the Lost Fiancé first, so in our case I'm gonna be doing weaving a Bramblewood casket. What I like to tell you guys is it doesn't matter what choice you pick, because regardless, one is considered the evil ending, the other is considered the good ending of the situation. But regardless of what you pick, when you will do the Black Shrine boss, it is implicit that actually your character every time picks the bad ending when you do that.
Yeah. So basically the bad ending is the default one.
Yep. Alright, bad ending, let's go.
Please get the Bramblewood casket ready.
I'll be right back.
I will find and bring the clothes of the young mom who the Songakshi most fear.
Receive the Bramblewood.
Please get the bramble.
Then we chop Bramblewood. Oof.
Please get the Bramblewood casket.
Here's the casket.
All right. You should hide somewhere for this plan to work, Dulce. She might hold you hostage if she feels cornered.
Huh? I thought all there was left to do was burn him. We have her corpse, his clothes, and the Bramblewood casket. What more is there?
The vengeful soul of the Songakshi is too strong for us to create a fire, which means we must first summon her here and weaken her. This is a chance for us to help her tormented soul let go of her grief and resentment. But if meeting him doesn't do that, there's no way for us to turn her back.
Pretty much. Hey, all set now? Looks like everyone's waiting for us at the altar. Let's go see old lady Birigongdok right away. Oh, I got a gift as well. Where is it? Poof. There she is. Oh, I got knowledge. Alright, Shaman Mudan.
Charm that will bring the Songakshi to us. Shall we begin?
Yes.
Answer my call, you poor soul, so tormented and full of sorrow that you are unable to move on from this world. Confess your sin of defying the heavenly law. I speak for the Dongsan god, Songakshi. Stand before me.
Eh? Oh, we don't see her. Oh, there you go. There's the Songakshi. Isn't she nice? So right now, we need to summon the Songakshi and weaken her, so that we'll be able to...
Are you the one who took my
husband away?
So that we'll be able to seal her. It's kind of weird because they kind of reused the cutscene that we already had. I weakened her, guys. Broke her legs as well. She's a ghost, she doesn't use them.
All I've done is love my dearest. With all my heart. Is my love a crime?
Yes.
But then, they tore him from my arms without any good reason. And the beings from the other world care nothing for the truth I speak. Neither this world nor the next care anything for the burden my heart bears.
Yes. We need to purify her as much as possible. Pray for the soul of Songakshi with Dosa at Stone Island.
She isn't the one to blame. His lordship must be the one to be punished, as he led her to such a tragic fate. For the tragedy you endured, both in life and death, there are simply no words. The unfairness of your life I know well, but let it go and find happiness in the next. That's the tragic story of the Songakshi. I hope grief never stalks her again.
Since Mewal didn't kill anyone, she deserves a chance at happiness in her next life. Thanks for everything.
Yep.
I will now go offer my prayers to the Dongsan god for Mewal.
Thank you, ma'am. Traveler, did you see the Songakshi's clothes on the rock behind the tree? I'm pretty sure I saw them over there. Did the winds blow them away? I'm worried someone might pick them up. What if they fall under the curse of the Songakshi? I'll go ahead and look around the town. I swear, never a moment's peace.
I thought she'd go insane, but she must have really missed her love or whatever. Haha. Whatever that means. Shall we head to the town as well? I wonder what other stories wait for us. So, Teleport to Dalbol village. This kinda the evil ending of the Songakshi. Remember, like when you play Black Desert and whatnot, there is no good and evil like you might think. There's just good situations and bad situations. That was it. That was interesting. I mean, poor girl just got hit in the head while she was looking for her lover. Like, there's not much to be said there.
Well, because of jealousy. Anyway, we'll do the recap at the end. Now we go to Be Right Back.
Yeah.
Sweetie just completed the so-called bad ending, the worst ending, sort of, and whatnot. Now we are going to do the one that is supposed to be the good ending. Now, find the Songakshi fiancé to soothe her sorrow. She's a poor woman who has shed tears of blood until she could shed no more. We need to find her fiancé and relieve her of her resentment. Dolce. Okay, let's talk to Lady Bilgondok.
I heard you found the Songakshi's trinket. Giving it to her dearest love may rid her of her resentment and sorrow.
Her former fiancé apparently died in Bombawe Valley.
Why are you telling me that now, after all this time? The Songakshi's love may have already become a Chungi. It would be a relief if they had the tiger victim funeral rites in time for him. I must go find out for myself, after offering my prayers to the Dongsan god. There's not enough time to go to the Dongsan tree. will you go fetch me some clean water?
Let's go fetch some clean water. Scoop clean water. You carefully fill the gourd dipper with water. Let's go back to Lady Birigondock with the water.
There's not enough time to go to the Dongsan tree. Thank you. I will pray to the Dongsan god and begin searching for the Songakshi's love. Please wait. I see through the eyes of her betrothed. To his right is the tuft of Sangun's cheek, and in front of him lies the path he once walked with his beloved Mewol. I see through the eyes of her betrothed. To his right is the tuft, and in front of him lies the funeral rite must have been performed. How lucky.
I hope the Songakshi can quell her sorrow. By the way, even if you find her dearest's grave, how would you know it's his?
With the Songakshi's trinket. The trinket will heat up like it was cast into a fire. If we put the trinket on top of her love's grave, then send the clothes up into the air, all her resentment will be gone. The funeral rite must have been performed.
Okay, whatever you say, Mudang. We have full faith in you. So, luckily, the betrothed didn't become a Changi. An evil spirit related to the... Like, basically, you get eaten by Sangun and spit out as a sort of evil spirit. But was not the case, luckily. So, now we need to reunite the lovers with the tomb, as everything should be.
Yep. Because let's remember, she did not become a they did not become a Changi, so...
A tiger victim's grave erected for those who lost their lives to tigers. Place the trinket upon it. Because the Mudang told us if the grave is the right one, the trinket will have a connection and become hot. We find the right tiger victim's grave. Let's talk to Dolce.
Songakshi, please don't be mad at us. We're doing all this for you, we promise. All right now. Stop making lovey-dovey eyes at every stranger. Get a pair of lovebirds and have a wedding in a flower garden. In your next life, may fate never set you two apart. And may you live a long, long time with your dearest love. Phew. I'm glad that some of her sorrows are gone. It makes me tear up a bit. Two star-crossed lovers unable to love even after they've become ghosts. It's truly an amazing, beautiful story. Wait, no it isn't. It's actually an appalling story. His lordship must be punished for leading her to such a cruel fate. I wonder if he even knows what happened to her. And hey, she was a mess, but she wasn't a murderer. She probably earned the right to live a new life. A happier life. Oh, I almost forgot. The old lady's still waiting for us at Stone Island. I'll go and tell her of the news. You can take your time. See you in town. Gakshi, please don't be mad at us. We're doing all this for you.
Haha, I thought she'd go insane, but she must have really missed her love or whatever. Haha.
Haha.
Haha. Shall we head to the town as well? I wonder what other stories await us? And this is the other ending of the tale of the Songakshi. Let's use the full prankebi. I can go back to Dalbol. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to sit at the inn like I'm used to. And I'm going to sit and read and recap for some roleplay sake.
Give me that roleplay, baby. Oh yeah. I wanna know exactly why Songakshi.
Tale of the Songakshi, Chapter 1, Mewol. There was a very diligent wandering merchant in the land of the morning light. I don't know why they didn't start once upon a time. Because usually we start with once upon a time, no?
Yes, we usually do.
He had a beautiful daughter named Mewol. She was such a sweet girl. She would never complain during their travels, whether it was to Nampo, Dalbul, or Nopse. However, Mewol was not just kind-hearted, she was also beautiful beyond words, and her laughter was as warm as the sun, making any man who laid eyes on her feel like they were under her spell. She and her father often went to Dalbul village to sell his goods, and they were mostly sold to the wealthiest household in the village, the Honorable Choi House. On such occasions, all the men in town would gather around the walls of the Choi House, despite knowing that Mewol was already engaged to be married. There's a bit of a repetition because if you're engaged, kinda, you know. Mewol was so stunningly beautiful that even a mere glimpse of her was enough to turn heads. This led the third daughter of the Honorable Choi House to become insanely jealous, enough that she would use anything against Mewol to hurt her. No rest for the wicked or something. Chapter 2, The Songakshi. There is a saying that when a woman holds a grudge, it will snow even in the summer. Strangely enough, the lovely Mewol, for some reason, returned as a vengeful Songakshi, and any man who met her gaze fell ill with the Gakshi Fever. They called out Gakshi, Gakshi in deep sorrow until they eventually collapsed from exhaustion. When the traveler and Dosa learned that Songakshi has traveled 30 miles in search of her husband, they set a plan to deceive her and put an end to her strife. So, Dolce pretended to be her long lost husband, leading her to believe that her search was finally over. She was completely fooled, eating and drinking without suspecting a thing. Uncertain of when she'll catch on, the traveler continued to search for the truth behind Mewol's story. Chapter 3, The Husband. It turns out the Songakshi was a ghost who was once captured by old lady Birigondok on Stone Island. She discovered the Songakshi wandering around aimlessly in Bari Forest. She struggled to deliver the news, but managed to tell her, "You are already dead." Upon hearing this, the Songakshi collapsed in shock and was laid to rest at Stone Island. However, the charm eventually fell off, which allowed her to reawaken. This is because, the Lady Birigondok thought because her grudge was so powerful that her ritual wasn't enough to put her to sleep. It seems she must have hurt her head when she fainted, because she was quite forgetful. She had even forgotten the face of her fiance and believed that she was already married. The traveler who headed to Stone Island encountered the Songakshi, now angry at discovering that Dulce had deceived her. The charm that old lady had made to seal the Songakshi's soul had instead awakened her memories. Feeling deceived, Songakshi went into a rage. Old Lady Birigondok insisted that she must quickly be released of her resentment before all the men of Donghe province withered away.
Damn, she hates all the men.
Chapter 4 Twisted Love. The traveler and Dulce headed to Nampo to help the Songakshi recover her lost memories. And truth be told, Mewol had a good relationship with Songyum in Nampo. Songyum was a renowned Giseng at the government office, and we could say an entertainment woman.
Yes.
She was famous for her dancing, singing, poetry, and extraordinary beauty. A courtesan, if you may. But despite all of this, she couldn't help but feel uneasy in the presence of Mewol. One day, Mewol accompanied her father to Nampo and caught the eye of the Yongam of the East, who was passing through the town. It was Mewol's innocence and alluring beauty that enraptured him, and her presence gradually found its way into his heart like ink spreading on a piece of parchment. That's actually obsession, not love, but anyway. Despite stunning Songyum charms, Yongam set his sights on Mewol and relentlessly pursued her. However, Mewol, already engaged, rejected him repeatedly, and that's why, my nice people, no is no. Chapter 5 The Runaway. One day, Mewol's fiance came to Donghe office. Taking advantage of his past as a tiger slayer, the Yongam of the East appointed as the commander of Bramblewood Valley. By the way, the Yongam of the East is the same who tried to behead us at the beginning and fuck around with all the other stories so far.
Yeah.
Was the Yongam's disappointment came right when tiger attacks were beginning to occur in Bramblewood Valley. He had to leave in a hurry, without the chance to say goodbye to Mewol. He left behind a small trinket as a memento, promising to return. Was the Yongam's appointment of Mewol's fiancé all a ruse? Soon after, the only news that came were the chilling rumors that Mewol's fiancé had been attacked by a tiger. Even before Mewol's tears could dry, with no one in his way any longer, the Yongam of the East orders her to come to him. However, determined to escape and avoid being captured, Mewol decided to cross the dangerous Dokebi forest at night. Dokebi are friends to humans, but at the time they were feared and avoided by many people because their leader, the Dwoxini, went cuckoo. Chapter 6 The Evil Spirit. The next day, Dwoxini, the king of Dokebi, turned Sokmol village to ruin in response to Kebibat going missing. Spoiler of the Dwoxini tale. And on the same day, Mewol met her tragic fate, struck by lightning while passing through Dokebi forest. With the help of Tom Kebi, the traveler and Dulce recover Mewol's body and return to Stone Islands to meet old lady Birigondok. She tells them that all men who have come across the Songakshi are suffering, and that they must put an end to this tragedy before the resentment grows into an even more wicked spirit. They could dress her up in her clothes of the Yongam of the East, whom she feared the most inside out, then burn her in a Bramblewood casket. This is the bad ending. Or they could find their grave, they could find the grave of her fiance somewhere in Bramblewood Valley, releasing her bitterness by placing her trinket upon it. The Bramblewood casket or the trinket, which one the traveler choose? And Sweetsy showed the Bramblewood option. And I choose the trinket option. And I don't know, they rushed it, so there is no recap of the two versions. There is only the cinematic.
Yeah.
So, anything else to add?
Meh. Again, I keep standing by my choice, where I think the story was a bit rushed compared to the others, as there is no final recap, and it kind of cuts abruptly. Technically, stories are about 2 hours long. This one is 1 hour, 1 hour 30, and we took our time to explain. So that's what I was saying, like, it's like this one was
But because in the end, the thing is that the story is quite simple, because the Songakshi is a woman who dies with grudge without being married. So like whatever variant you could put is like it can't be that much.
Yep. Anyway, not much to say, you know, meh. Like, okay story, but and wanted a bit
Craving
more.
for
Yeah, I was hoping for a bit more on the story, like, because it's, think of it, like the Gumiho, she comes back and helps us a lot. The Mudang Wrath reveals some secret about the Mudang, which if you don't do it first, like, it's like, oh wow, because Mudang, if you guys notice something, is that the Mudang is always intervening and helping us throughout these tales.
old lady
Old lady
Birigondok.
yeah.
Okay.
So like the Mudang Wrath reveals a secret about her.
Yeah, to be honest, the Duokshini tale and the Mudang Wraith are the quest, the tales I suggest to do first.
Yeah.
Because Lady Birigondok is always present and helping us in not all but most of the tales. And same thing with the Dokebis. So
Yeah,
like
exactly.
if I had to give a suggestion, I would tell you do the Duokshini first and the Mudang Wraith second, and then whatever you like.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah. Like, it's a cool story. You know?
And the Changi last, because the Changi is very related to the second part of the tales. I'm not going to die, don't worry. I don't want to become a Songakshi.
Thank you. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching and enjoying us in this adventure. See y'all next time with patch notes and then Golden Pig. Cheerios, lads.
Bye.